Hello everyone! Hello, you can see that we've had a little bit of an upgrade here on SHEDTalks.
Sorry mate, just saw your hat.
Yeah.
The hat is not the upgrade.
No, the hat is not the upgrade.
That's a downgrade actually on the Santa hats I've seen you wearing in the past.
In all fairness, yeah. I mean, I have a Christmas turkey hat, which I absolutely adore because it sings, and unfortunately I just can't find it at the moment because we're still in the process of trying to sort out everything that we moved.
Speaking of moving, you may have also noticed this isn't our normal setup, and that is because it's bloody cold outside, so we said we're going to do it inside.
And this is Daniel's sex dungeon.
Yes, as you can tell, a lot of people have been in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those people from New York.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. But either way, Merry Christmas, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only thing we can really say.
Filthy animal.
Yeah, filthy
yeah.
If
motherfucking
anyone
animal.
remembers the Christmas calendar, it's Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Oh, indeed. Christmas time, Christmas hidings. Everyone freaking loves Christmas time here, don't they? You can tell by the fact that everyone geared themselves right up for it.
Yeah, I love Christmas. Having worked in retail now for about 8 years, it really does get you excited that you might get one day off, and that being Christmas Day, it's lovely. It's great.
And I've came as one of the hoodlums that you expect to see at Christmas time that steal your money and your beers and your mince pies. I'm basically Santa in a hood.
The reverse Santa.
Christmas time is special for a few different reasons when it comes down to things, and there's actually quite a lot to do within Christmas at the same time. I want to go and know from you guys, what is the number one thing that you think about when it comes down to Christmas? Is it the presents? Is it Christmas dinner? Is it, is it spending time with the family? Is it seeing that family that you just didn't really want to go and see at the end of the year?
I have two things. Yeah. I mean, all jokes aside, family on Christmas Day is the main reason for me. It's like, yeah, all this build up and all the month build up to Christmas. I hate that. Absolutely despise it. But I do actually like sitting down once a year with the family around the table, playing a couple of games of Monopoly, whatever, find out what everybody's been doing through the year. Yes, we need to do a Christmas Monopoly.
Colin, we're calling you out. You're not getting out of it just because you got a win, all right? If you don't play it for 6 months. That's not how you become a good Monopoly player.
That's how he holds on to his
That's
title.
That's how he does it.
He's playing Monopoly like fucking stocks.
It's true.
Just sitting on it.
But yeah, my second favourite thing about Christmas time is taking down the Christmas decorations. I just love it. I just love the feeling of like having to hoover after you've done the tree. It's just so much fun.
What about, because we mentioned before, I think on a previous podcast, about doing one of those, like, what's it called where you destroy stuff in the room?
Oh, one of the smash rooms or something.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
But I think we should do a Christmas themed one.
Oh my god.
I don't think I could contain my excitement
I think
within
that's what
one
made the
room.
video so that would
Jesus.
be it. So I would have so much. That tree would be in a million pieces. Every literal bit of leaf would just be...
You'd need more than a hoover to clear that up.
Every small piece of pine just everywhere. Oh, that would hurt though as well, surely. Like, those things are a bit fucking prickly. Unless we get like a fake tree, but in which case we're hitting the smashing metal.
That's even worse though. No, with football pitches, like when football players knee slide on normal grass, they actually slide. But when they slide on 3G, they like tear all their skin off their knee. So that would be the difference with a fake tree. If you start pulling branches and stuff, you're just going to rip your skin off.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh, go on, Toby. What's your favourite part about Christmas?
Well, before I started driving, because I've got one since I started driving. So before I started driving, I'm never a fan of the cold weather. So that's not that.
Yeah, I'm with
the
you on
food
that.
is good, but there's certain bits I'm technically not supposed to eat now. Shit happens. But yeah, no. Obviously, presents are cool, but I'm not 12 anymore. So presents are cool, but presents are just. Do you know what I mean? It's a different. Presents when you were younger are different to presents when you're a little bit older. Do you know what I mean?
What we're saying is, once you hit 18, you're lucky to get a pair of socks. All right, that's just how it goes. All right, you hit 18. Everything goes downhill.
For me, it's the pressure of opening a present. Like someone that's been like has gotten you when they're like, oh, I found the perfect gift for you, and it's like, and you're sat there with the box, and you're like every single present, it could just be fucking awful.
Yeah, I'm terrible at lying as well.
It-
So I
yeah.
don't put it on. I'll just be like, thank you. And that's it. If I don't
Exactly.
like it.
Oh,
Wait, you did that
thank
when I got
you.
your shirt.
Thank you for
This.
this.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
How
did
did
you
you
know?
know? No, like-
I'm a nonce. Oh, I thought we was copying each other. Oh, fuck.
It was so
Oh,
close.
bollocks.
So, what is it on the 17th? You guys are like, are you wrestling in it?
We are.
Okay.
We don't know exactly who our opponent's going to be. We do also know that we're going to be doing our annual traditional at Falling Star Wrestling, which is the Christmas Rumble. So everybody on the roster kind of gets dressed up, and there's always a theme for every year. I'm not going to reveal that theme just in
Good,
case this goes out
I was
before.
about to stop you. 'cause I
What
thought
was
you
it?
I was
The,
like, oh, no.
No, because they gave their own clue, didn't they? It's like looking in a mirror or
Like
something.
looking in a mirror.
Like looking
That
in a
is-
mirror.
That
And
is
I'm-
your clue.
Even I'm trying to go and work that one out, and normally I'm quite
Stars
good
in
at
your
these
eyes.
things.
Just like stars in your eyes.
Yeah.
Tonight, Jimmy, I'm going to be Celine Dion as it goes. That was. Do you remember that?
You know, yeah.
Do you know what I'm on about? I know what I'm on about.
You know what I feel like? I feel like when they say that theme, I feel like everyone's going to come on dressed exactly the same.
That would be
Wearing
hilarious.
Now, if
Yeah.
everybody did what I'm thinking of doing, that's hilarious.
not an elf or a sexy Santa.
I was an elf last year in the Christmas Rumble. Here's a little clip here.
Was that the one where you was reffing and you was like shitting yourself because you had like
No.
17 people to keep a hold of?
No, that
that was the
was
show
that
before.
was
Or
the.
the show before that.
I think it was a 5-on-5 or a 3-on-3 or
was-
something
it
like
was-
that.
it
It
was
was
five-
it was a
something
big
like
match,
that,
and it
yeah.
was some of the biggest guys on the roster, and there I am, 3'0",
And
5
on that
pounds
roster-
soaking wet. Yeah. And here I am trying to keep this situation under control. That was fun. It was
Yeah.
a fun night at the office.
Oh, what is it? I went along and saw the last show. I don't know if you guys have had another one since. I think, but the Christmas
Not
song,
yet.
the Christmas one was the next one and everything. But yeah, but,
Yeah.
I'm still hoping that I can try and find some way. But I still haven't heard anything to know whether I can come and see you guys wrestle. It'd be bloody brilliant if I could. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
For those of you who are watching this and are kind of interested and want to see what we do, 17th of December, as James mentioned, Westland Sports and Social Club, doors open at 2:30 p.m.
What we're going to do, James, is we're going to put that clip up of you in a dress right there.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
which is something we
You
do
don't
also
want
need
that,
to
you don't have
mention.
to, but if you do want it, that is the opportunity for it right there.
So
Right, no, let's get
yeah, let's-
let me give some context at least. So I've started getting on stage again, not just dressed as a woman,
Naked.
as well as also trying to go and get fiver tips and everything from old men. Yes, but no, like you guys are going to be doing your wrestling and all that kind of stuff, and I'm being as supportive as I possibly can be without actually physically being there when you wrestle, which I still feel shit about.
It'll be fine, mate. There'll be times.
And then so you guys are going to start doing all that, and it's kind of made me turn around and go, I want to go and do something that I really enjoy again, and all that kind of stuff. So I joined the Down Dram in our kind of
Amateur
little
Drama
area.
Society.
And again,
Yeah.
Anyone that
there's a
wasn't sure
little
what that
there's
was.
a little thing up here that just sort of explains who those guys are. If you want to go into detail, you can. It's up to you.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
there's them
Yeah.
there.
But it's nice, and it raises money for the charity of it all, and it's theatre in our area, which I'm actually really excited to go and be a part of. I have a first actual meeting tonight about it and seeing what the next show is going to go and be, and
Good.
if it's anything, because obviously we're all theatre people here, but if it's anything that you guys would easily go and be interested in, then obviously take a look. I'll let you know what's going on with it, and if
Absolutely,
there's
yeah.
any parts or something that I could see you guys playing. I mean,
I want to wear male clothes, no female.
don't
clothes.
worry, you will be wearing very, very pink male clothes.
That's perfect.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Right, either way, my favourite part about...
Oh yeah, your favourite
Yeah,
part about
exactly.
Christmas.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Everyone
Christmas
fucking
before.
forgot.
And,
Yeah, no.
and James is
I
the
might
one who
be
loves
partially-
Christmas the most. Yeah.
Fucking love Christmas. Right. But no, my favourite part of Christmas, because I've already gone and said, when it comes down to presents, opening them, I hate them. I love having the stuff afterwards, but I hate opening presents in front of people. It's just so much pressure to react the correct way. Like if someone's got me a funny gift and I just don't find it funny, like it's funny, but it's not. Ha, yes, yes. You can't fake laugh off a fucking joke present.
Whenever I feel like you have to fake laugh or fake put energy into something, I imagine the Mexican Guy or Family Guy. If anyone on what I'm assuming you two know what I mean. But
I've
anyone,
never heard of Family Guy before in my life.
Yeah.
No,
not that
you didn't name
anytime
your
I've
dog
stayed
after
here, your
it.
mum and dad have just got Family Guy. I don't know what.
No, I don't know what you mean.
I didn't actually say my other thing was
shit, yeah, sorry.
Since I've learned to drive, when it's winter, it's really fun when you involuntarily drift.
Oh, I fucking had that. No, I've already had that twice. I shit myself. I nearly went into the car in front of me and then nearly, saving myself from the drift. Because they always say turn into the drift, so I did. And I nearly ended up on the curb on the other side of the fucking road.
Yeah, but they also say not to brake. But if you don't attempt to brake it, like put a little, you don't need to put loads of pressure on it to lock it, but you need a little bit to start it slowing down.
Yeah,
so if
to
you just
try
let
and
it go,
gain
it's
your
just going to
traction back.
go. No,
Like you say, if you slam on the brakes, then you're just going to skid. You're just
yeah.
going
And if you
to
accelerate, what if you catch that wrong? You know,
Yeah. But
go in the dike.
I'll go and say mine now and everything
yes,
as well.
your
Sorry.
favourite bit about
But yeah.
Christmas, James.
I don't want to end up in a fucking dike, though. Like, Jesus, that scares the shit out of me.
I know.
My favourite thing about Christmas is the Christmas dinner, more than anything else. I'm a massive foodie. If you can't go and tell by the fact I'm a fat bastard, then,
Yeah, because they can see through all the mics and computers and tables. They can see that, yeah.
Believe me, mate, they just saw me in a dress. They know. But either way, Christmas dinner is my favourite part. I have to go and say, I love that. Again, like Danny went and said, the family moment of going and being sat round on the table. Don't play board games, never have gone and done in my family, which is kind of one of those things. Like, we just never bothered. I think last year we did like a bit of Pictionary or something like that, and I was good at guessing, but I can't draw, so I don't like Pictionary. I'm trying to go and think, because everyone else has kind of said too now.
What, good and bad?
A good and a bad. Oh, if we're talking about bad, yeah. For me, I hate this fucking weather.
Yep.
I am a warm person. I would rather go and have nice, warm, mild weather rather than wet, icy, foggy, fucking awful shit. Especially like my mum went to work today, and during like our town, everything was fine. But she works along like the back roads and open field pieces, so it's like really, really fucking thick fog, like very sudden thick fog on a very, very busy road. And she was like, one car didn't have his lights on, another car didn't have his lights on, another car didn't have lights on. In fog, in thick fog, and it's always a silver
Freezing
car.
fog.
Yeah, but that's just it. It's always a silver car though, where it's like they blend in with the fog, and you don't see them for like until they're like a hand's width in front of you that just doesn't have their lights on, and you just kind of think to yourself, it's like, what?
If you're watching this thinking, oh, I drive a silver car, he's only talking about the ones that have an Audi or a BMW or a Mercedes. Those three tend to be the more irritating drivers. So if you have any of those three cars and it's silver, we're talking directly to you.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Sort it out. But going on about Christmas dinners, I would like to go and find out what everyone's perfect Christmas dinner is, and we're not just gonna go and give it kind of like a 10 out of 10 or whatever like that. We're gonna break it down on all the bits of your Christmas dinner, and we're gonna basically try and make the perfect Christmas dinner. But we're gonna do it individually.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're gonna talk about our Christmas dinner individually, and basically we'll rate it. So if Danny goes first, you and me will give it a rating out of 10, and we'll see who basically gets the best Christmas dinner, and that's what they've got to go and cook for all of us on Christmas Day. Just decided that's just the way in which it's good.
So we're going to have 4 Christmas meals on
Your
Christmas Day.
games always seem
I'm
to
fine
give
with
you a big benefit in the outcome of them. If
What,
you're
that I'm
hosting,
getting
you always
fed
try.
afterwards?
Like you're. I mean, this one you're actually in, but when we've played games like Countdown and things before,
Oh, yeah.
you just go into business for yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
I respect the hustle, but also fuck you,
Boys, I'm just
So
going
many
to say
references in
in
that.
this table, at this table just here, I am in the middle of the table.
I know.
So
you did
therefore,
on
I
purpose.
hold a lot of power being the mid-table. Okay?
But you are also the sound bitch.
But you also
I am
forget.
also the sound bitch, and I will turn down your mic if you call me that
No,
again.
don't turn my mic down.
Right. Danny, I want you to go first. I want you to go and
Okay.
talk us through your Christmas dinner. Every single little individual detail. And we're going to decide, and you're going to also be able to go and decide. I want you to go and give us a rating as well. Let's find out who has the best Christmas dinner.
My Christmas dinner.
Wait, we're grading the whole thing?
Yeah.
Let's rate the whole thing all together.
Okay, yeah, that'd be
But
easy. Yeah, do your whole thing.
We might have some comments to go and make during the in-between.
You watch, first thing he says now. Oh, stop
No,
it!
no.
Hold me back.
It's not working. It's not working. You eat those Brussels and you think about what you've done.
Well, that's a very good place to start. For a start, we take them Brussels and we chuck them in the fucking bin.
Yeah,
all right,
that's
that's just the starting place. All right, do not have Christmas dinner and sit there and eat Brussels sprouts and then leave your meat. I'm sorry, but
Brussels
you're doing
controlled us
yourself.
for long enough. You know.
It's just wrong, man. Yeah, I agree. But no, really, where the best place to start is going to be your veg. Because the veg really is one of the most important parts of your meal. Because if you get the veg wrong, the rest of it's kind of immaterial. It's like, oh, great, I've got a bit of turkey. But if you haven't got your potatoes right, and there's one simple trick to this. Goose fat.
Oh, yeah.
When you cook your roast vegetables for Christmas dinner, that's your parsnips, that's your carrots, that's your potatoes. All of them. Roast them in goose fat.
Ooh.
It will save your life, I promise you. It's so good. It's so good. The next bit is really important as well. Because if you've roasted those vegetables, you want to keep that fat. You want to use that fat. You want to make something tasty out of it. So when you're making your gravy, take that fat and put that fat back into the gravy. Because then you've got the whole onion gravy, turkey gravy, whatever gravy you want to use. To be fair, I'm kind of easy on gravy. Gravy will kind of taste similar. So, and then you've got all that flavour from all those other vegetables cooked in this goose fat and the flavour of that fat in that. That will take your gravy to a whole new level. Most importantly, the meat. Or meats, I should say, because it's also very, very important. You need pigs in blankets at Christmas Day.
Okay, yeah. No.
Without pigs in blankets on Christmas Day, you are doing it wrong. That is, of course, unless it's halal, which I don't know why you'd be celebrating Christmas if it's... If you want to celebrate Christmas, I don't care what religion you are, feel free.
But if you are from
Enjoy it.
China, enjoy your KFC.
That's also true. KFC on Christmas Day would bang.
I just want to go and say Christmas must be the shittest time of the fucking year to be a vegan.
Oh, imagine being a vegan and being served this like slice of
Brussels sprout
bullshit.
soup. Broccoli on the cob. Get me up, mate. Get me up.
Jeez.
On the cob.
No.
Where's the cob?
Mate, shut up. I was going to say.
If you're vegan, I'm sorry, but like just one day a year, just treat yourself. Like I say, my Christmas dinner, even the vegetables have got goose fat in them. Like just go all out. Like just do what you need to do on Christmas Day and just enjoy it. Whatever the hell it is you want to do, just enjoy it. But the meat, the really important bit.
Go on.
Now, there's always going to be the obvious answer of turkey. And there's a good way of doing turkey. And again, this is one of my mum's tricks, really. When you get your turkey, take a stick of butter.
Shove it up its
It's
arse.
kind of right. Take the butter and rub the butter over the skin. And I promise you, that turkey will come out as moist as chicken.
Okay,
That's what you want. You want that little bit of moisture in your turkey.
Just for those people that are going to want to go and cook this afterwards, when you're saying rub the butter on the turkey, is that like a thick butter, or is that just like a, you knob a little bit off and then it just kind of like clean it like a window?
James, it's Christmas Day, mate. If you want to whack a whole 500 grams of butter on your turkey,
I want a
you
kilogram.
do it, all right?
I want cholesterol problems after that fucking
Yeah, I was
turkey.
literally about to make the comment it'd be cholesterol day, not Christmas. So,
But like, no, serve it to how you want to do it, and always wrap your turkey in bacon. It just makes sense, all right? It just makes sense. Just wrap it in bacon, roast that bitch, and just get what you need out of this turkey.
we also eat male turkeys as well, not just female ones.
Oh hell no! The female turkeys taste them.
Right. So let's just So you've got no Brussels, but you've got like
No.
your carrots and all your other veg like that, and then you got your roast potatoes.
Yeah.
And then you've got your pigs in blankets. Then
Yeah.
you've got your turkey, possibly wrapped in bacon, probably for you. But
If
so
you
that's-
don't really like turkey as well, we did this one year. I don't think we're going to do it this year, but if we need to, we will. Goose on Christmas Day. I promise you, it's
I had duck
it's one of
one
them. Duck's good. Duck is always good.
well, duck and something else, but yeah. And my brother didn't know.
But yeah,
it was duck.
I would recommend
Hilarious, he
goose
doesn't
as
like
well.
duck.
Well,
Oh,
he must do. He ate it.
Yeah, well, he did, but he didn't know it was duck, did he? It's one of those things. But like, even the vegans, like, what was it that who was it that was telling us that? Someone was it? It was either well, us three were together, or it was when we was at rest. I think it was us three. It was all three of us. But someone was telling us how they well, what was it on? I can't remember what it was. Well, we was watching something either way, and they were like, we've got all of these meat stuffings left. I think
oh,
Adam was telling us
yeah,
about it in the show.
yeah,
actually.
it was
Yeah.
Adam. Yeah,
And it was
you
like,
may know him as Mabel.
Ginger, Adam, Maybelline, maybe it's Maybelline, Mabel, any of these names. Adam is the main one. Just thought I'd give him a rundown. So he's now got to come back on the channel because we bigged him up.
Oh yeah, big time.
But you know, he was saying, I think it was him that was saying, or he was watching or whatever, but he was like, all these vegans, that stuffing was really nice.
Yep.
And then it was like, we've got all that vegan stuffing back here. And it was like, so what did we give the vegans? And they all really enjoyed the stuffing, apparently. So if you don't know what it is, it won't hurt you, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, indeed.
Even though you might believe things.
I
Shut up.
I did forget one other thing on Christmas as well.
no.
Really important one actually.
Crackers.
Stuffing.
Oh,
You
yes,
gotta have a
stuffing,
stuffing.
yeah.
And
Oh,
again,
yeah.
if you want to do it properly, that goose fat. Use that goose fat again.
Well, that's what I thought you meant by meat.
Well,
I thought
true,
was in the
stuffing
meat,
is
'cause
technically, yeah.
there is stuff in there, but yeah. So you've got turkey possibly wrapped in bacon.
Absolutely
The
wrapped
chance
in
of it being
bacon.
wrapped. Okay, well,
It's
you're more than
definitely
likely.
wrapped in bacon.
Oh yeah.
And then you've got
absolutely.
your roast potatoes, other veg, not with Brussels, with your gravy that's used a bit of everything.
Yeah. You haven't mentioned anything about a Yorkshire pudding, though.
Didn't
Yorkshire
mention-
puddings are, like I say, if there's a Yorkshire
Do they
pudding
have a
there,
place on
I'll
your-
have it. I'd
Yeah,
have
do-
it. But
do-
I wouldn't necessarily go out my way for the Yorkshire pudding. They're good for holding the gravy in there, you
Well,
know,
look,
until
mate,
I
if you
want to
don't
drop
mention
it out.
it, it's not technically on your plate.
Okay,
That's what we're talking
I will
about. You
accept
have to
a
mention
no
everything.
Yorkshire pudding. I will accept that.
So he's no Yorkshire
Brussels,
pudding
no
at
Yorkshires.
Christmas. No Yorkshire pudding at Christmas.
Again, I'm indifferent to it. I would always have it if it was there, but if it wasn't there, I'm not going to cry.
Okay.
You know.
I just want to put this out there. My rating hasn't changed off the Brussels sprouts, even though I always have a couple because it's part of the system of Christmas. It's part of the day, and if there's a sucky part like the Brussels, that means there's an even bigger up another part of the day.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
you've had to
Always.
suffer through the Brussels. But I took a point off for the Yorkshires
Okay. Yeah. Fair game. Fair game.
because I just need Yorkshires. You've probably got an eight there.
Ooh. Ooh. Good.
Okay, it's about an 8 because you've wrapped the turkey in bacon. 8. I don't want to do halves because I don't want to be a pussy. I hate when people do it. I'll give me a score out of 10. 6.5. It's like just say 7. Just say 7. Just say it. Or say 6. But yeah, I'll go with a good 8.
Okay.
It's almost a 9, but an 8.
Okay. Right, so I like the idea of the turkey wrapped in bacon, but personally, turkey for me doesn't belong on a plate at Christmas. Like, I understand it's the traditional bird that we eat as the British.
Turn you off because that's weird. Why are you not having turkey?
What do you mean you're
can't.
not having turkey? Hang on, he's broken.
I can't help it.
Wait a minute. I know what it is. Now would you
That's
have turkey?
the
at
one.
So you know
Christmas?
what? Turkey is just one of the fucking greatest
Yeah.
birds.
Go, mate.
Honestly,
Go.
I think we should change our nation bird to the fucking turkey right now. I like that you've given us, a way of going, your mum's trick and everything to go and keep,
Always. You've got to have a bit of moisture. in
yeah,
your
a bit
bird.
of moisture in your bird.
I outscored because of the goose fat. To be fair.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
goose
goose
fat
fat's-
also was a
goose
nice
fat's
one
big.
and everything.
Big
Otherwise, it
one.
would have been a 7 if you didn't
So-
flavour everything. So.
Your veg, I'm guessing that you're going just with the normal kind of like standard without the Brussels. So it's like, your cabbage, parsnips,
Yeah, have a little bit, yeah.
carrots. I think I already said carrots now twice. Maybe like a bit of a Swede mash.
I'm not a particular lover of sweet, but
No,
roast
that's
potato on Christmas Day
So,
is
yeah,
always
roast
a
potatoes,
must.
yeah.
Always a must.
So, especially with the goose fat and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
with those, that's
absolutely.
helped score you quite nice and highly because it's cholesterol problems still yet more and more.
That's what the scoring is on the cholesterol
But-
problems. That's
The
Yeah.
higher the cholesterol,
But-
higher the score.
I'm not
higher
going to
the
lie
heart
to you.
rate.
I'm bringing down your score by 3 points for that Yorkshire pudding because I don't understand how
This man
you.
just said he didn't want turkey at Christmas, and he's judging him on Yorkshires.
Yeah, because the thing
What
is
is
there's nicer meats. There's nicer meats at Christmas.
Pause.
So for me, it is gonna have to go and be a 6.
A 6.
I'm really sorry. If you had it, just think though, if you had those 3 points,
It would only be a 9. So where have you lost the other one from? Mine made sense. Because I took, he said he didn't want the Brussels, and the Brussels would have been. I think it would have been that would have got it to a 9 for me. But then he said no Yorkshires, so I took a mark off.
So can you remember how I went and said he's got to go and mention everything for it to go and be on his plate for us to judge? The man didn't mention gravy.
I did.
He did.
No, he said you could put goose fat in your gravy, but you didn't say, and of course you got to top it all off with a lovely gravy. You did mention stuff in there.
That's fine, a goddamn given.
I'll add one.
If any of you
A
give
Yorkshire
me a
pudding
drive
should be a
Christmas
fucking given.
I'm just putting this out there. If
Slap
you've
you.
made gravy and you don't put it on the meal, what are you doing?
Would drink KFC gravy though.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I don't want you to go next now after that.
Toby, if you want to go next, I'll let you go next.
So we set the scene. It's Christmas Day, 1966. Why have I gone back that far?
Last time we won the World Cup.
Yeah, just sad.
We'll get to the World
happened
Cup.
the other day, by the way. And if any of you feel the pain, then we're just going to move on. Yeah, so you got to have turkey. I've never had it. Maybe one year it was wrapped in bacon, but I think usually just the pigs in blankets where the bacon is. And I usually get as many of those as humanly possible. I'm going to start with the meats though, because I'm supposed to be a celiac, but I don't tell myself that when I order stuff. But yeah, so you have your turkey, and then the pigs in blankets will pretty much be half of the plate. And then then the roast potatoes take up that quarter. I think you maybe have a Yorkshire, a little one there. If it's not already in a big one, there'll be a little one there. You might not be able to. If it's not come up on the screen, just
I think they've
Listen.
on this one, I think.
listen to my heart. But yeah, so you got your turkey, you got your pigs in blankets, your roast potatoes, maybe your Yorkshires. Your veg would be somewhere in the middle for a reason, or maybe the Yorkshires in the middle and the veg at the side. And then I usually pour the gravy in the Yorkshire if I don't put anything in the Yorkshires, because then it overflows. And it's all around, covers all the stuff in the middle, and then I can get the bits that aren't covered in gravy, and I can work it into what I want covered in gravy, and not get the right balance of stuff. But yeah, and then it would be carrot, parsnips. Definitely, I did have. Oh yeah, a few Brussels. I did say Brussels earlier, didn't I? Yeah. I usually only have like 3 or 4 though. That's it. That's like 3's like the magic number to me with Brussels sprouts. It's fine. 3's enough. I feel like I'm doing something right for my body. And then the massive fart later on kind of confirms that. You know, when you just sit down and you just sat there watching, I don't know, I don't watch EastEnders. Let's say we watch EastEnders though. No. But yeah. Yeah, but you just sit there and you just, that lean.
Yeah.
That fart that makes you like...
Right, and now it's my second plate.
And if I don't get scored up for making you fart with my Christmas dinner, then I don't know what's right with you two, you know.
I do have one small question, because you mentioned the vegetables. How are you cooking them? Are you steaming them? Are you boiling them? Are you roasting them? What's your plan for your veg?
Fucking hell, that's a lot of detail.
No, I need that though, because there is a big difference.
Yeah,
I think they're all roasted, but there's certain veg that you can. My dad did something with them when we were younger, like certain veg. You'd like, I think it was actually runner beans, but he'd put honey with them. But it's like, it's not just, there's other things you can put with it, not just honey. But yeah, with veg, you can put like other things with it. So it like just brings it, like the Brussels. I mean, I had one time, what was it? It was like, it had little bits of bacon and Brussels sprouts. But it was like all mixed up into something. And it was amazing. I can't remember what it was. Like, bacon is the thing that saves a Brussels sprout. If you're not sure on Brussels sprouts and you've not tried one, have it with some bacon. Take it off the pig. No.
Take it directly off the pig itself.
Right, I thought the bacon was the pig. I'm just really thinking about that name.
Pig in blanket. Yeah.
Yeah, but the blanket's the pig. The sausage isn't...
It's wrapped within itself.
It's the sausage pork.
Yeah. Yes.
Alhamdulillah. all glory to God. No problem. But yeah, that's my Christmas dinner, and also apparently Ramadan as well.
Touché.
But yeah, there you go.
I think I'm going to go first on this one here. One, that does sound like a nice Christmas dinner. I have to go and say, I am an appreciative person, especially when you have Brussels sprouts with the bacon and all that kind of stuff in it. Like your selection of veg, very, very nice, very nicely worked in there. I like how you told us exactly where it's being placed on the plate. I have to admit, I won't go into that much detail.
Oh no, you've got to build your plate.
Yeah.
You have an empty plate when you start. You've got to build the fucker.
You know what? It's made me hungry when you were talking about it, so I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it a nice 8.
Yeah, fuck you, Danny.
It's good. It is good.
It is a good plate. It is a fucking good plate.
You've got the Yorkshires, mate.
Yeah, you fucking.
So I'm going to go through my thinking of like where we're going. Yeah, turkey, I agree. Pigs in blankets, absolutely, I agree. Yorkshire pudding in the middle is a nice touch. I'm adding a point for that because again, that makes sense.
I like pouring. I always pour the gravy on it and then just fries out. I love that.
I have had a thought though. I have got to take 2 points for the Brussels. I absolutely despise them, but then I realised you are right. They are made better with bacon.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but
is made better with bacon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you an 8. I'm going to give you an 8. It's good. It's good. It's very good.
Scores.
Nice.
Nice round scores. Right.
Right.
Let's hear this monstrosity
Let's
then.
see
after
what
the
this
stuff
is
he's
all
been
about.
saying.
Okay, so everyone else has pretty much gone and started the same way. Kind of Toby went more with his meat to kind of begin with because he mentioned about the turkey.
I'm
So-
a meathead, that's fine.
He's a meat muncher.
Right, Alex going back down. Not part of that
You
one.
just want to turn them sideways, mate. That's all you needed to do.
Just Shawn Michaels it.
Yeah.
Oi. Right. I'm going to start with the veg. So I am a Brussels lover. I am going to do the exact same thing that Toby went and did. I am going to have that bacon in there as well. And it is going to be lovingly salted. Because I just can't help it. I do. I enjoy Brussels sprout, even when it's not with bacon. But at Christmas time, bacon, perfectly loving in there. Your roast potatoes. Now, goose fat, roasted roast potatoes. Perfectly so that way it's nice and crispy on the outside and still lovely and fucking soft as shit on the inside.
You're
My
right.
favourite part of a Christmas dinner. Carrot and swede mash. Okay? Doesn't sound like the nicest thing, but it's just something to go and change a little bit of a texture, something to kind of go and lay onto the plate rather than like an actual proper mashed potato. Cabbage, like butter cabbage. Fucking love it. Soft as shit.
Red cabbage.
Yeah, red cabbage.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah,
No,
good.
green cabbage ain't bad.
But no, that's just it.
It's Christmas time.
No,
red
see,
cabbage.
You can put both together, really.
Oh yeah, this tends to go and happen one of two ways. So, because you're having a carrot and swede mash, you've kind of already got, you know, your kind of root vegetables and all that kind of stuff on there to kind of be there. So you're not going to go and have a solid carrot and all that kind of stuff with it. So you have your parsnip, and this is one that isn't always popular, but I quite like it. Beetroot.
Oh no, not on Christmas.
Oh,
not for me.
Beetroot on Christmas tends to go and be a nice one. It's not done normally, but this is my favourite Christmas dinner. I've had beetroot at Christmas, and it was lovely to go and have all that kind of stuff.
For anyone listening, it doesn't make you special just because you like beetroot. Just to put that.
I mean, I like beetroot, just not Christmas.
It could be worse. I could have said an avocado, so you know, like
That's a vegan one, isn't it?
Understand that. I eat avocados because they're good for the planet, and it's like, all those air miles.
They've flown for thousands of miles. Yep.
But I was just saying, I just thought as well, the bacon with the Brussels sprouts, the little bits of bacon to go with the Brussels sprouts need to be crispy and hard.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the bits from the pigs in blanket need to.
Still
They
have
need
those
to be
bits.
one.
Yeah.
They need to be together. But yeah, it's different for the Brussels sprouts.
So yeah. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to move on to some homemade Yorkshire puddings. Some beautiful homemade Yorkshire puddings. My mum goes and does them every single year, and I absolutely fucking love them because the hairs just puff up so much, so they're massive. Gravy is all going on the inside of those, all over the vegetables and all that kind of stuff at the same time. Gravy goes everywhere, and I literally have it swimming. I can't help it. I love gravy.
Yeah.
So mine is swimming all over the plate.
We're them northern boys.
Oh, exactly. Now, this is where you guys are going to go and say it's not Christmas dinner because you've not got the turkey.
There's actually already
How
something
can
else you said
do
that makes
this?
me want to say that, but I'll tell you in a minute.
Yep. Well, I'm guessing it's the carrot and sweet mash or it's the beetroot. It's got to be one of the two.
I mean, the
of those.
beetroot already pissed me off, but
Yeah.
you got
The beetroot
I
made
thought
my
it would
blood
be that case.
I nearly
boil.
walked out to be fair.
No, I said it could be one of two ways. You sometimes have the
either you
beetroot.
eat
But
beetroot or I walk
no,
out.
no, no, no. If you have red cabbage, you don't bother with the beetroot. But if you have green cabbage, then yeah, because otherwise it's
They're
colour
both
clash.
quite like
Yeah. So for Christmas dinner, the meat for me is beef. It is a beautifully roasted piece of succulent beef because it is just fucking lovely to go and have that at Christmas. It's either that, duck, or lamb.
Are you having a Christmas dinner or a Sunday roast?
That would be my argument to this.
Because
It's like,
you're
it doesn't
talking about a
separate it
Sunday
from-
roast right now.
Like, it's
Like now
nice.
you've said that. I'm not disagreeing. Like you can use other meats. All meats may vary. But yeah, it does sound like a Sunday.
Right, no.
There's Sunday roast are like the best. Like there's a reason why it's got its own day of the week. Why that meal was on that day because the Sunday roast is sick. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not
I mean,
Christmas.
beef,
no,
beef is
but
10 out of 10
let me
every
ask you
time.
this, okay?
But-
Why do
Birds.
you not have turkey for Sunday dinner?
Because it's not special. It's
Because
sorry, it
turkey-
is special.
turkey-
It's special.
It's
It's,
not a
one of them
special day,
things
it's
of
just
like,
Sunday.
No. You don't have turkey for any other time other than Christmas because of fucking stupidness, okay? We're talking about a bird that is rejected from the Sunday roast table, and all of a sudden, because Jesus was fucking born, there it is.
I mean, I
you
would
tell
agree.
me, okay, where the turkey was in the nativity. Because I've seen the cows, I've seen the sheep, I've seen the pigs, all in that barn. The turkey was not fucking there.
But you do realise why turkey only comes around like once a year, right?
Stage fright.
Yes. No. I mean, it takes so much longer for a turkey to grow to the size where it's going to be worthwhile eating than what
That's
it
what I
does
mean.
for a chicken. That's
Okay.
why it's so special. That's why it's
It's like
Christmas
an elite
Day.
chicken, though.
like-
If you think
Yeah.
think about the shape of a turkey and think about the shape of a chicken, they're the same
They're
fucking
same,
thing, but a
yeah.
turkey is bigger.
Yeah.
So that's the point. It's supposed to feed the whole family.
Bigger,
whereas it,
drier, not as tasty as a chicken.
done the right way, it can be.
Nah.
But also-
turkey's bland.
Roasting a chicken can be dry.
Yeah.
Where another meats can be dry, and the turkey is a little bit. But again, as soon as you get a bit of gravy on the turkey, that
You're
solves
good.
that whole.
It's done.
No, but for me, beef. But for me, it's always beef. It's beef or it's lamb. I've had turkey at Christmas. I do enjoy a turkey at Christmas, but to me, turkey is just such an awfully bland piece of meat. It's too thick to get any flavour into of its own naturalness because chicken does taste better than turkey. It takes to whatever you're putting it into a lot better, which is why it's across many more, and also it's cheaper as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's be
Well, we're all
honest.
fucking millionaires here, so that's not a problem.
And you can help us out by subscribing to BCB The Shed
And
and,
we'll give-
buying our shit.
Each one of you £1 that
Literal.
subscribes.
Yeah.
So if you subscribe with 10 different accounts, we'll give you a tenner.
I think we're
Do
going to
that.
lose money doing that.
Something was crossed while I said that, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's fine.
Right,
It's good.
did you want to grade the
Oh,
Sunday roast?
I
hang
haven't
on,
got to the
he's
end
got-
of it yet.
yeah,
I
he's
haven't
already a
got
bit of
to
a
the
mess,
end of it
mate.
yet. I know. For you guys, yes. I know I'm going to get a low rating, but you know what? There's going to be people out there that agree with me. And to those people, you...
Go back to bed.
You are wrong.
No, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. They've
This
got
isn't
it, they've
the one
got
you
it
want to
right.
follow. This is not the man.
Right?
This is-
But then, of course, we've got our pigs and blankets.
Yes,
They are something special,
I agree.
okay, that
Like a
doesn't
turkey.
need to go and have its time to fucking grow,
Gobble gobble.
okay, and is still acceptable for a Christmas dinner. The last little bit, which no one's going to mention, so even with the gravy, my family has a tradition. This is just a my family thing. You might not go and do it. We have a homemade bread sauce that we go and make every single year, and that's just a family tradition. Put it on your plate if you want to. It normally tends to go and stay on the side of mine. I'll go and have like one little teaspoonful because I'm not a big bread sauce person, but I go and do it out of family tradition. But either way, that's everything on my plate. Go on, crucify me. Like
You can
Jesus.
go first, by the way, Danny. I just want to point out I've never been a fan of bread sauce, so I don't get the.
Bread sauce doesn't tickle my pickle.
No, that's very bland to me, bread sauce. But yeah, that's separate comment. I'm not going to judge you down on that because that's your additional personal thing. I'm judging you on the other stuff though.
Oh, big time.
So
yeah,
you wait
yeah,
there
yeah,
till
yeah.
Danny said
Fine.
his bit. You wait.
So are we allowing minus points or?
The more swear words are used, the more minus points.
Oh,
get.
perfect.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the bleeping machine?
Go on.
Fucking shit, that fucking... Oh my fucking god, the turkey and the fucking beef, man. Oh, fuck! Right. Now an honest review. So...
That fucking turkey. That's very sad. Yeah, go on.
It has to be. But no, I agree with your veg choice. Your veg choice is good. Cabbage, yeah, I can understand that on a Christmas dinner. Beetroot, no. Sorry, not for
I went
me.
and said it.
Well, all
Beetroot
the
is,
other-
is
yeah.
all
Yeah.
depending. It's
But-
an all depending factor.
They are both quite like potent ones, so yeah, it'd be one or the other. You wouldn't be able to do both.
I wouldn't go crazy on the cabbage, but again, I would also add into that cabbage because it makes everything better.
Oh yeah, that honey
Bacon.
roasting cat.
Yeah, cabbage and bacon. I've had
Cabbage,
that.
The
bacon.
honey
I think
roasted
that's what was with
parsnips
the,
as
Yeah.
well.
That was with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Brussels
Oh, yeah.
sprouts.
Honey
Where it was
roasted
Brussels
parsnips.
sprouts,
That was
cabbage
with
and bacon.
bacon,
and,
yeah.
I think that's what I
That
had.
would work. That would be quite nice. Like you say, you mix them together and make them all together. Yeah,
yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Oh yeah.
I have to disagree on the beef. I can't. I understand what you're saying because beef is a 10 out of 10.
It's
Beef
yeah.
is
it's
brilliant.
Top
Beef's
3
great.
if you don't have turkey, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't even put it in the top 3. I'd
but
go
what else,
goose,
like,
pheasant. I'd go like big birds. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh
big-
yeah. A pheasant.
For me-
Danny voted Tory.
No, but I like pheasant.
eat swan.
They do in Buckingham Palace, you know.
Shot.
Well,
Do they
she's
do?
not there to protect him anymore, is she?
No, the
We
king's
eat
now.
corgis.
I would.
I wouldn't. Andrew's touched him.
Oh shit, yeah. What hasn't he touched?
Depends what he has. Yeah, I was about to say whatever he hasn't touched, I'll have.
But no, once again, like I say, I like to mix a little bit more into my gravy. I do agree with your Yorkshire pudding stance though. It does help. Like it will take that meal to a next level for you. And again, it's mainly because it just stores all that gravy for you.
Especially
you just
when it's
split that
homemade,
open.
though.
Oh yeah,
Like-
homemade gravy
like-
that day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And homemade.
Homemade gravy, homemade Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah.
Just oh.
I have to
Yeah.
add some points for that.
I love it when I get those homemade Yorkshire puddings that say Iceland on the front of the bag.
Oh, they bang. They bang. They're so homemade.
That chef Iceland, he
He's-
does a lot of food, mate.
He's god tier, mate.
Doesn't pay his workers properly, but
No, he doesn't pay the government back
oh,
properly.
sorry. Right, go on then. Have you got the score? Have you worked it out? Because you've gone through most of the plate. Most of it. You said a couple of it,
There's
so-
good things on there. That's the
something
thing.
you
I
missed,
don't
by
want to
the way.
go crazy.
Is there something I missed?
No, he missed when he was talking. Everything he's gone over.
I understand the parsnips argument as well. Of like you only want one root vegetable that's like a long
Yeah.
root vegetable. And I like the thing that you mentioned about texture. The Swede and what did you say? What's Sweden?
Sweet and carrot mash.
Sweden carrot mash. I've had it before. Really not. I have to knock a little bit off there for that. But again, that is my personal preference, and I can understand why you want that on your plate because it does break that texture up, which is a brilliant idea. I can't lie. But you did. I'm sorry, but you made some terrible life choices. I'm gonna go slap bang in the middle. I'm gonna give it a 5. It's good, but then there's
It's
just
not
things
quite
wrong
Carling,
on there. You know.
Oh, fucking Carling. ugh.
Right, I'm actually just going to point out the elephant in the room then, because there's a reason why that mash is a problem, and it's because you've substituted it for the roast potatoes. You didn't
No, I
say.
said
did-
roast
he did
potatoes.
have roast
I did
No,
potatoes.
but when you
roast
explained it,
potatoes.
you didn't. You said you had the mash and then you had all the veg. You didn't say anything about the roast.
No, I did. I mentioned roast potatoes.
Well, I didn't. If this gets played back,
Your roast potatoes. Now, goose fat, roasted roast potatoes. Perfectly so that way it's nice and crispy on the outside and still lovely and fucking soft as shit on the inside.
then I was wrong. But yeah, no. Well, I don't think you can have mash and roast potatoes though. If that is the case, even if they aren't made up from potatoes and mash, I still think that you can't have both. So it'd be one or the other. And you said you liked the mash, so that's why you didn't. You weren't as vocal on the roast potatoes.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
I'm
'cause
judging
Danny
you a
explained
little
it
bit
more
right
than
now.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
well-
my favourite part of the plate.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you said that now. That's fair enough. But I tell you what, then I won't take you any marks down for the roast. Shh. I slapped it. Sorry. Yeah, I won't take you any marks down for the roast potatoes then. But I will for the mash, and you're gonna lose 2 from that because
Fair.
I think those veg on their own would be fine. So like just cut them up a different way or whatever. But even homemade Yorkshires are fine. The meat you lose a mark just because it's the wrong meat. I just think it should be turkey. And then if you have any picky bits another day, Boxing Day, throughout that next week afterwards up until New Year, then fair enough. But yeah, I don't think you can leave out the turkey. You've got to have the turkey.
It just feels right, doesn't it?
Like you can't quit. The saying is you can't quit cold turkey because cold turkey is sick. That's where the saying come from. Because people would have turkey on Christmas Day and then they'd have it cold the next day. And there was like, oh, you can't. It was. I swear, I saw like it was like a meme type thing of it, but it was like, oh, you can't keep eating like this. You're gonna have to quit cold turkey. And it was like a weird, silly meme that wasn't even that funny. But it, I laughed. Fuck it. But yeah, so you've lost so far 2 marks overall. 2 marks overall. Gravy's fine. We wouldn't have.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beef gravy's good, yeah, I admit that.
I wouldn't have the red cabbage or the beetroot, to be honest. I would have normal cabbage, but like the green shit, rabbit food. So I think you have to lose them out for one. I'll leave it as 1 mark. So we're on a 7 at the minute. Is there anything else to knock you down for? I don't believe so. I think you've got 7. Len Goodman, shout out.
Okay. So let's go back over the scores and let's go and see for ourselves who had the best Christmas dinner. So, Danny,
I had 14. So
you
two
had
sevens.
14 because you had 2 7s. Toby,
I had an 8 and a 7, or an 8 and an 8.
I think it was an 8 and 8.
Yeah.
15 or 16.
Yeah, 15 or 16, and I had a lovely 12.
I helped you back up there. That's fine. If I went
that
5, you would
5
have been.
was fucking hard.
It
Should we go
felt
back to-
harsh, but it's like you've got great things on there. It's like yes, and then there was just so like little.
So in
tiny
other words,
things. It
if
was
I
like,
suddenly
no!
turned around after that and went and said turkey with bacon, your score would have been.
Oh, probably about 7, 8.
Mine probably would have got you up to
The beef knocked you down 2 marks in my
got up
head.
to an 8 as well. Mine would have.
What else knocked you down? What
The
knocked you down by 3?
the cabbage, not including bacon, knocked a point off.
Well, you had red cabbage. You said as well, not normal
Yeah,
cabbage.
red cabbage with bacon. If you'd said with bacon,
Yeah, but I've
that'd have
got
been a
but I've
point.
technically already got bacon there because I've got the Brussels bacon.
You did, but that
Also,
was also why I knocked another point off because Brussels. So
This is-
that-
Okay, yeah.
By the way, turkey does have another use, not just at Christmas, and that is for Muslim people, as they use it for their bacon, turkey bacon. So,
Either
yeah,
way.
I was just going to say as well with those scores, I had a little like deja vu moment back to the music when we made that song in a day.
Oh yeah.
All the scores there, and everyone was like, "What?"
what happened? I mean, there's only really one person who can actually decide this, of like who actually had it, and it's
You.
that guy.
It is you.
It's you.
Yeah.
I won. Oh, you mean them? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you was pointing at me because you're both.
So if you want to, leave us a little comment down below of like
Or a big one.
of everybody's individual breakdown of scores, just
Or-
let us know what you thought.
Tell us your own,
Exactly.
and we'll go and get back to you one where we'd score you. And believe me, you'll know all about it.
There's going to be a lot of zeros handed out there. I can feel it.
We will turn into. We'll bring out our inner Gordon though when we read your ones. If you do leave a comment. Saying what you would like, we will go full on Gordon and we will give you a paragraph back. So if you want some advice on what you're doing wrong in your life, just leave a comment down below.
Indeed. And other than that, we hope you enjoy your Christmas. We hope you have a lovely New Year, and we hope that these two actually might win their wrestling match for next week. So enjoy yourselves,
Danny took the pinfall on the last one.
Oh, God damn it, he's right.
and we'll see you next year. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Stay safe, everyone. Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Oh my god.
That was very Nazi salute.